don't tap into all of our resources. Like, if like the good thing about me is like when I first got this news, I wanted to keep it all to myself. Like, all right, I don't want nobody to know about this. But the first thing I did was told one of my family members, and that's how I met you, Greg. But it's like just tapping into your resources. You never know how resourceful you are or resourceful the people around you are until you just speak up. So if you going through a situation like this, because I know like even with Ant Man, you don't want the world to know. It's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Not even embarrassing. It's just like fuck. Like it ain't supposed to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So since it's gonna be that way, you gotta tap into your resources, and you'll be surprised, man, the people who can, tap into other people, or even somebody that may know me to introduce them to you, Greg, so they can have the ability to fight for what they feel they need to.
Right. Cool. Cool.
So that's my advice. Look into your resources. You'll be surprised.
I appreciate that. And another thing is, you're not going to be. You said something about we talked about the process off air, Mike, and you're going to have to go through this process. I don't have anything I can offer anybody that's as magical as some of these jackasses that are selling this paperwork, with no substance, so no substantive, proof that they've ever done anything in a courtroom. And now people are making fun of them. And I used to kind of lay back on it, but now there are people who actually have entire platforms dedicated to showing you what happens when you take the route of what Dele has unaffectionately named the package boy. Okay. And I would take, if I were you all, and even Matrix to send me some of these videos, go watch some of these people who will use language that a lot of you all will see in that paperwork, and kind of see how that thing goes for them. And I'm not professing to be an expert at courtroom representation. I'm just an expert at what I've done within the courtroom, and I'm completely transparent with what I've gone through. In fact, I got to deal with after this show's over, completing my motion for reconsideration for the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. But it's not an easy process. Daylight, you got anything you want to add about the nefarious package boys and the some of these platforms where they're getting smoked?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's only so much we could say about it. We've been saying it for a while. The thing that I would say, go look on YouTube and see how they fare, all these things they're trying to do, the straw man theory, and just read up some case laws, because it's one thing if you don't believe us, you can actually go and see how they're actually faring. If that's the kind of remedy or outcome that you want, good luck. So
Yeah, yeah, some of that stuff is bullshit. So the $1 billion question, and we're in here early because I definitely want to get away from you people. The $1 billion question, and I think this is something that the community at large, or men generally would. I just have to ask, if you were granted enough of a bag and you had an option to pay your child support in one time and just walk away, would you? Like, how many people would take the Ant-Man